Okay, here's the second part. I've introduced the metaphor for what it means to be human, in that God's design for humans is that we should be like L-shaped pipes. We're conduits into the world, but that in sin we've become connected only to ourselves and disconnected from God. How do we deal with this problem? How do you get reconnected to God? Well, the metaphor plays out like this, is that God is going to now take action, and God sort of re-enters the world, if you will, extending himself in Jesus, who maintains the connection to God, and yet fully has the shape, is fully human, as one who is a conduit, who shares and gives his life, and has that shape of love and service to the neighbor. Now the nice thing about this is it sort of says that even though humans are offending God by breaking away, Jesus is not offended to come close to humans. And so he draws near and is willing to associate and get close to us. It also shows you something about how death operates. So the thing with death is, as it did in the sinner, death can get a hold on Jesus. Death does get its hands upon him. But because Jesus has his connection to God, there's no power of death over him. It's not able to break the connection. He does die. Death does get its hand upon him. He experiences death. But the power of death is not effective upon him, in that it's not able to destroy his connection to God. And the beauty of this then comes that the message of Jesus to the sinner is, you have to die. If you're going to get reconnected, you've got to die. You've got to go through death and be wrenched apart. But Jesus says, let me pull up close to you and die with me. Because when you die with Jesus, that wrenching motion that cracks you open ends up becoming the very same thing that reconnects you. But the result of death now is, in the beautiful irony, reconnecting you to God through Jesus. And you become again alive as a conduit for God's love and blessings. And you return to the shape of true humanity, except that now you're a part of a larger humanity, which we sometimes would call the body of Christ. And you're a part of God's work to extend himself into the world. Well, that's the L-shaped pipe metaphor. It's L-shaped from my perspective. For you, I'd have to flip it around. It's something that I found to be very helpful, and there's lots of other things you can do with the metaphor. You can talk about things that disrupt the flow, whether it's clogs or dents or kinks or leaks. But I hope that that's helpful to you, and I personally find it a delightful metaphor because it gets at the idea that the problem of sin is not how to get forgiven. I think God is quite happy to give forgiveness away. The problem of sin is how to get out of that condition and get reconnected. And to me, this is a beautiful way of showing it's when you die with Jesus, that death is a death that brings life. Thanks, and blessings upon you.